Alright guys, so in this video we'll be talking about CTOs and CEOs and how to search for them on the job market when you're first starting out, and we'll even go over a few different names they go by, and we'll get the definition. And after that we will be inputting it into the form, and I'm creating a job post looking for a CTO or a CEO. So whatever you're in the market for. I already have an account, just go ahead and log in. Okay, so for this screen, we'll go ahead and put, just because we're trying to find a co-founder. And we can check this too, but I'm pretty sure you could probably edit it for later. Or we can just skip it right now. But I'll go ahead and do, save and continue. Okay, go to media or something. Go to media. Okay, account. If you got a logo, go ahead and upload your logo. I wonder, well, it looked like it's required because, yeah, it is. So, what if you don't have a website? That I'm not sure. I guess we're just putting a random website, or you could probably even use like your Facebook or something like that. Like, I don't think it's a hard required that it has to be an official webpage. But I'm pretty sure you could put it probably your Instagram or your GitHub or something like that. That should be fine. I'm not sure. And this isn't required. You can see the little stars in there. So you don't have to do this. You can totally skip that if you want. So you could be more serious, obviously. So if you already have someone, you can ping them here or bring them in like that. And the logo was required too. Damn. Alright. Actually, I'll even do that. Okay, so this is quite frivolous, but we'll continue. So it automatically took me to this publish your jobs page. Okay, so perfect. That's what we'll start. I'm looking for. And then for this example, I guess I'll go with a technical guy. So CTO. Okay, and so this is where we'll start inputting the stuff from the examples. A chief technology officer is the highest technology executive position within a company and leads the technology or engineering department. And so for you, it's going to be the guy who builds your web page or your website, your landing page, you could call it, or basically the first version of your MVP or any version of your MVP. Your co-founder who will handle all the technology needs for your company. But they go by a few names, or roles, I should say. So there's a CTO, a Chief Technology Officer. There's a Chief Software Architect. There's a Chief Architect Officer. And so there's so many other titles, role titles that you can give them. But you may not exactly want to bestow a title upon them just yet, because you may not be sure. I'll show you some examples. A very simple one. They're just saying that they're looking for a software developer expert to create this tool with the email engine, and then they're giving you additional information about the MVP has already begun using a Ukrainian-based dev team, and then they tell you about the tech stack they're using. Just a product comparisons. So that's a pretty simple one, and percentage and your compensation there. So yeah, that's a simple one. So let's go and look at another one. So that's upgrade in price and a bigger equity. So let's see. I had an advisor tell us that we don't really need like titles like CEO and CTO, not yet. Not until you get, I think, funding or something like that. I'm not sure, but the titles in the earlier stages, what's important is that you actually hit the ground running and get your business started instead of figuring out titles and stuff like that. But it's nice to think about. They're saying about the job, building apps and web platforms, and then the responsibilities. Create and manage initial mobile app with a web platform. Present reports on the company's technology status. So I'm not going to read each one by one. That's a lot of healthy amount of responsibilities. Moving on to the qualifications, tasking ability to manage large budgets effectively. I don't know if that's something I would put looking for a technical co-founder. That sounds more like that would roll under the business side of things, but to each his own. And then under the qualifications, there's compensation, generous equity, which is right here, which is pretty generous. So yeah, we'll leave them alone. But yeah, that's another example. So this is Curry DX. This is where it starts. Hello, future potential co-founder. I believe we can build something incredible and impactful together. I'm looking for someone to be a thought leader and a visionary for this med tech software, and to own directing the technical build. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty solid. Okay. Which I'm not going to read all that. On the technical side, the MVP has been created thus far using contracted developers. So that's our second one that we saw. Actually, our third one they're using contracted developers. Because, that's more on the affordable side of things. Not everybody can just hire a developer full-time straight out. But most people basically get contractor developers or something like that, just because it's more affordable that way. I'll tell you their tech stack right here. Okay, TensorFlow. Okay, so yeah, that's a pretty healthy tech stack. And then they even give you additional information saying that it's not set in stone and can be flexible to your given strengths and experience. So that's nice. So a solid description so far. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I would like to see, something like that. Something like this, I should say. Saying that the MVP is already done. Even if it wasn't done, I just think they're giving me a lot of information. It's something I could work with and, get a better idea of who they are. And so this is something that you need to do. I mean, again, I don't want to put that pressure on you, but you could start simple and, build on top of it and go from there. I would welcome someone who has familiarity with the early stages of a startup. So I like that too. Just because it's saying that they're not gonna hold your hand all the way. It'd be nice if you already had that experience coming in. I'm pre-seed now, so that's some good information right there. It's nice to know. We have not yet raised institutional capital. A partner who has experience fundraising and managing investor relationships would be ideal. So okay, so yeah, that's a pretty good one. So this is our third example, simple example, and I'll show you two more for CEOs. So yeah, let's dive right into it. It says about this job, and that's about it as far as title goes. Seeking dynamic CEO experience fundraising from the ground up to be the evangelist, face, voice, and a visible internet. Our disruptive business, cybersecurity technology that has been described as a cybersecurity equivalent to the cure for cancer. That's it. Okay. So if you like changing the role and being a part of the next big thing, join us. So that's a pretty simple one. Let's look at the equity real quick. Okay. So yeah, that was pretty simple. So let me show you another one. And this one is very simple. An experienced professional capable of fundraising and taking the company, a medical device, to the finish line. So that is pretty simple. Small equity though. Decent salary, not too bad at all. So okay, that was a really simple one. Let me take you at least the last simple one. We need a startup CEO with a proven track record who can execute and expand our invisible internet business plan to raise capital by engaging our prospective investors and bringing in new ones. Must have a portfolio of investors that leads to ability. Okay, so on and so forth. So yeah, as far as the simple ones, you can see the recurring theme is just someone who has experience fundraising and someone who is a capable CEO. So that's pretty bread and butter right there. It's very simple. That's something you can go with too. You can go with that route. There's nothing wrong with that, and build on top of it as you go. Okay, so about the job, we are a new U.S. company focused on perceptive computing, multimodal AI, and insights. Emotions are the new big data. Sure. Okay. You drive the management team with title, and you have a track record as a CEO. So that's our 4th job post, because the other 3 was pretty simple ones, and this is medium. So yeah, that's the 4th one talking about fundraising and being an experienced CEO. So, which that's pretty boilerplate stuff. You definitely want someone who's getting in the captaincy who knows what they're doing. So I don't blame them at all for that. And then here we go. It said you raise a Series A, or at least 1 million in seed. Okay, so you have that experience. You have a successful track record. Sure. You demonstrate a deep understanding of fields of AI, so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, this is an AI company, as you can clearly see. You want a piece of the company whose purpose is becoming a leader in emotion economy with human-centric artificial intelligence. Okay, so you definitely know what you're getting into here. And they have this ethos of guts, no glory, and they're ready to walk the talk to be an entrepreneur. They say that none of the co-founders are taking salaries right now. Your package is negotiated up the amount of the founder equity until the closing of fundraising rounds. Okay, and then they tell you when will that be? Okay, so yeah, no paycheck till then. Half-time is okay. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to be full-time committed. And do not apply if you're going to ask for a paycheck. I've had that on my job posting where I said that this is equity-based and there's no money right now. And I still had people apply, and then I took a meeting with them and they still asked for like the paycheck, and then okay, well, yeah, I won't be there, so anyway, I won't dig into too much into that, but yeah, some people will still take the meeting even if you clearly state that this is no funds right now. We'll have to after we close a fundraising round, then there'll be funds, but some people can't read or they just don't care. I'm not sure. It's confusing. So anyway, let's go. Okay, so yeah, I won't read everything because this strictly doesn't apply to you unless you find it interesting. Manage the company in a fast growth trajectory. Interact with the CXO's team. And so the CXO is just saying like that could be the CFO or the CEO, CTO. So just a place well spread, and the title there. Basically the executive suite. Okay, so let's read a little bit more, and then we'll close this one out. So yeah, I won't read too much, but that's the point. Is you're not walking in blind here. They're telling you all the layouts here. We're this X company for their instance AI. And then this is what we want. This is what we expect from you and your capacity as CEO. Okay, and then there's the qualifications. Must have a successful CEO experience in tech. Minimum 3 years. A bachelor's degree in computer science or related field. Master's degree preferred. Okay, MBA or other business related topic is very welcome. Solid skills in AI, software development. Yeah, I get it though. I do get it, because I was just thinking that if you're gonna have a CEO, well, a lot of business guys aren't really tech savvy, so you gotta choose what you want really. But yeah, they're saying that they would like someone to have technical skills as well. So I get it. Solution-driven thinking. Okay, so why apply? They're giving you reasons. Amazing team, huge opportunity, attractive double, digit stock package, purpose driven. Okay, so yeah, and let's look at the conversation. That's minuscule, and that's okay. That's not bad at all, actually. But yeah, it's less than we've seen so far. But yeah, so this is the second example. The other examples were just 3 simple examples, and this is like a decent example. So that was Elevate AI. So let's look at the last one. This one is mine, guys. So we'll take a look at this one. And I built this one exactly like how I've been showing you guys so far, looking through examples and then crafting it to my own needs. And so that's been the recipe so far there. Basically a stolen recipe. So all of this can really be distilled down to 3 parts: the why, the who, and the what. So the why, give them a description of the job off the bat, let them know about us, what we do here, and then we go into the who are you, to the reader of this article. So I won't read all into it, but yeah. So I'm just giving them a little, a rundown. And also, you'll need to understand my vision of the company and contribute your vision so that you have fire in your heart that keeps you coming back and wanting to make it a better product for the users. We'll have a lot of brainstorming sessions and all that stuff. And then we go into the responsibilities. These are the things that you'll be done, for said CEO. Develop the company quarterly goals, milestones. So yeah, I hope you get something useful from that. And then this is like the stuff I add for myself, just because it's something that CEO will definitely need to know, just because we have to deal with that stuff in our sector. So, but yeah, so it depends on what sector you're in, or you guys are in fintech or something like that, or software as a service. So yeah, you definitely want to craft these things to suit your own personal goals and needs for your company. And then we go into basic qualifications: attention to detail, reframing the problem is your bread and butter, business administration degree, 2 years plus experience at a minimum, and observant, honest, and wears heart on the sleeve. And then we go into the preferred. Okay. So yeah, these are the things that I value in a business partner. And then the note is the additional information, letting them know that this is not a paid position. You have to put in your sweat equity with a 3-year cliff. And I ask you to review and sign founder's agreement. And guys, if you're probably interested in seeing the founder's agreement, I could definitely, I guess, remove some personal info and I'll give you. I think you could just Google versions of it, like an example of it. And I'm pretty sure that'll get you close to what you want. And then I would have an advisor on board, but we'll need to reconnect just because it's been a while. So this section is just relaying extra information, additional information that they would need to know, or at least like to know, or something, want to know probably. And then the last part is where I would have a standing website. So yeah, all this is just additional information. I'm not trying to keep rambling. And that's mostly it, guys. And then I think the equity is pretty fair. And I'm open to push back on that. But yeah, so there you go. We'll start crafting our own job post. Okay, so starting with description, and keep in mind that I'm using a fake company as an example, fake media company. So I'm gonna borrow over here, borrow some of their about the job part, and just change the title and location, or I should say the name of the company and location. And let's do the title, or about the job, and put it in bold context, or bold text. And close this example. continuing the about us, building out our description. Let's go over here. So for this one, I only want to just copy the tech stack. I like how they put that in there, and I know it's simple, but not right now. I'll come back to it. So I like this one where it says we're looking for a CTO, possible co-founder. So it's telling you the role and what they're looking for. So I want to copy that, and then still craft it to suit my own needs. So I'm going to get rid of this ideal partner part. And right now we're mostly just copying and pasting, and then we'll go over and revise it. And then let's input the responsibilities.
Like the legend of the phoenix, all ends with beginnings.
I think I spelled that right.
What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up.
Yeah, okay.
Who we are. So let's raise the bar.
Okay, so we'll just do a few of these responsibilities, and then when we're doing our own, we'll tailor it to our own needs. So I like all that. The description box is pretty short. It doesn't give you a lot of real estate in there, so just bear with it, I guess. I mentioned that I was gonna copy and paste this, but I'm actually gonna go with a different direction now. Just because I don't know if a lot of you guys already have web pages out there or a landing page, but some of you might not, and you guys are looking for your technical co-founder to build that. And so I think I'm gonna go with that approach. So instead of the tech stack, I'll just say something like I'm looking for, or we need our technical co-founder to build a landing page or MVP, something of that nature. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And I'll go ahead and close this. And then now we can just start crafting our own stuff, or now we can just go over it and revise it, take it from there. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect or finished product like that. You can come back to it and build on top of it and continue until you have one that you're proud of, and one that reflects exactly what you're looking for. Now we're gonna go ahead and close this out. I'm gonna put traction here, put it in bold. So this output right here, like I said, traction, and what you're gonna put in there is anything that like business achievements that you achieved so far that you would probably want your co-founder to know about. And so I'll just put a few examples here. this is the finished description, and I'll scroll slowly so that way you can see it. There's the about us, who we are as a company, and then who we're looking for. Then the responsibilities section, and these things are crafted to suit my own example company needs. And I'll touch on it again, saying that you don't really need a seasoned technical co-founder out the gate. The more experience, the better. But right now, you just really need someone to build you a basic landing page or a basic mobile app. That'd be your first version. And these skills are relevant to that role. And then the last section here is the traction section. And that's it as far as the description goes. And so now let's just go ahead and finish fill in the rest of it. And so if you guys are having trouble filling in the skills, go ahead and do your research, do your homework, and find out the relevant skills to build a web page or mobile app, and then that's what you input there. And so that should help you out a little bit. Okay, so for the locations, I just put in locations. Well, the first one I put where I'm located, and then the other ones is where I wouldn't mind having a co-founder at. It's kind of self-explanatory, you know that. And just put your input your collaboration hours. The hours where you feel the most inspiration are based in reality the hours of your operation, of where you and your coworker plan on working together. So salary and equity, this is our last part. If you don't have a salary yet, that's something that we will. That's something that you can get into after a round of funding. And but you just be crystal clear in the JD job description that you don't have any salary yet, and it'll be coming after a round of funding. So yeah, just be clear about that in your JD. We'll go ahead and do. So this is something a sample of what it could look like annual salary range. So this isn't written in stone. This is something you can always go back and change. So have no fear there. And if you're unsure, I'll definitely leave some helpful articles for you in the description beneath the video. Before we finish up with this equity range, you may want to already have your employee option pool baked into it already, or you may want to ignore it and just figure that out later. That's fine too. So that's it for the equity range. And again, I'll leave links below the description of the video. And or you may already know what you want, so just input that in there, and that's it. So we'll go ahead and publish this job, and that'll be it. There you go. Congrats on posting your first job. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and close here. But before we do, we'll go ahead and summarize. We talked about a CTO and a CEO and looked at a few examples. And we figured out how to create our own job posting from those examples. So we'll go ahead and end things, and I'll see you next time in the next video, saying, in the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. Bye guys.